won't stop till I hear him say,
Okay, what is going on, CYPRX advanced YouTubers? Welcome back to the CYPRX YouTube page. As always, if you're interested in learning about cryptocurrencies, commodities, indices, and foreign exchange, please go ahead and consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Guys and gals, don't forget that this Friday, August 26th, if I'm not mistaken, that's the date of this Friday, we're going to be doing a $50 XLM giveaway, so make sure that you look out for that YouTube video. In today's video breakdown, I have a jam-packed video breakdown for you guys, taking video snippets and kind of piecing the puzzle together for you all. I want you all to think about some of the things that I've mentioned to you guys here on the YouTube space, that we live right now in an environment where markets are heavily manipulated in order for the banking institutions to get the best bang for their buck, manipulating price down into discount for themselves. And eventually we are going to see a market reversal back to the upside. Trillions of dollars are eventually going to flood into this market. Again, make sure that you guys are holding strong. Make sure that you guys are situating yourself on the right side of the market, not financial advice. Approach the market with a logical and sound technical analysis approach. Again, we are not taking advice from these bullish moon boys on YouTube that are drawing Fibonacci's in their charts and just giving you these random price predictions, telling you that this year there's going to be some massive bull run. Really understand that we are living in the matrix right now. I'm going to show you guys that via a video display that I have prepared for you guys here in this video breakdown today. So make sure that you guys give this video a thumbs up, talking about closed door meetings, talking about the matrix, talking about every single thing surrounding the Ripple SEC case and how funky it is. In my personal opinion, again, this is a personal opinion. You guys need to draft your own personal bias, but via all the research that I've done, going back all the way to 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, watching interviews with Chris Larson and Brad Garlinghouse, you can clearly see, guys and gals, that this is all a manipulation move to force regulatory clarity on the cryptocurrency that XRP is, so that way banking institutions can adopt it comfortably and utilize it for what it was meant for, as an international bridge asset to bridge one currency to the next. Blessings to you guys all. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video breakdown. If you do and you like videos like this, make sure that you guys smash that thumbs up button. It does go a long way. Comment in the description down below as well if you guys like this video breakdown or if you want to see more information on stuff like this. As always, blessings to you guys. I will see you guys in the next video breakdown. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this video display.
Trail, but there aren't many true leaders. I'm off track, Daniela, but my point is that we've got to understand we are in the matrix. Everything that you see, you should actually immediately think the opposite of if it comes from the mainstream press. If they say it's a Patriot Act, think it's an unpatriot act. If they say it's inflation reduction, think it's inflation acceleration. This is how you have to start. And there are many of us that do that, and there are many that do not even understand what I'm talking about. 2022, we are on a trajectory that does not end well. We are on a trajectory that does not
topic, because I would love to get into like, how do you we could maybe touch on it here. It's like, how do you protect yourself in this matrix-like environment? I know you've spoken about gold and silver, but one thing I want to bring up are your thoughts on crypto, because I know in one of your other articles you asked, why are you still putting your faith in cryptos? You were speaking obviously to the $1 trillion that was wiped out of the market with, we saw the crash of Luna and Celsius and whatnot.
So we are working, I'm aware there's some rumors out there. We announce our customer relationships when our partners are ready to announce that, and is part of working with the industry and not kind of trying to surprise them. But we will make those announcements when we and our customers are ready.
Stay tuned.
We could maybe touch on it here. It's like, how do you protect yourself in this matrix-like environment? I know you've spoken about gold and silver, but one thing I want to bring up are your thoughts on crypto, because I know in one of your other articles you asked, why are you still putting your faith in cryptos?
Yeah, that's a great question, and thanks for bringing it up. First of all, I'm not anti-crypto, and I'm for the blockchain. You'll see how much I agree with the basics, Satoshi Nakamoto's premise on what Bitcoin was started as. And it's been morphed into basically a payment or a currency or a coin. Whereas really it was a transaction process. It was a software to basically eliminate the middleman and have total transparency and be fair to both sides without any banker or broker in between. But it's been morphed again into something different than that. So one, I don't like that idea. I like the basic start, and I have no control over how it's been morphed or tweaked. But if you go back to my first article I wrote in the public domain, it still exists, my 2 bits about Bitcoin. I say that in that article, we will see if it really gains traction, you'll see the authorities come in and start to regulate it. And that's what we've seen all throughout across the board. So I think
As was just said, my name is Ross Lecko. I'm Deputy General Counsel of the I.M.F. And I should explain, I think that some of you know that the I.M.F. is an international organization based in Washington, D.C., whose membership consists of the governments of 189 different countries, almost every country in the world. And our mandate is to promote the stability and effective operation of the international monetary system and the global financial system. I think for this reason, our interest in fintech should be fairly obvious.
Well, as was introduced, my name is Brad Garlinghouse. I have the good fortune of being the CEO at Ripple and the CEO
On the cross-border payments market. We are engaging very closely with the private sector in the industry, and last year put in place a high-level advisory group of industry leaders from the private and public sectors to help guide us in our work on fintech. I'm very happy to say that Chris Larson, one of the co-founders of Ripple, and Sapendo Mohante from the Monetary Authority of Singapore are both part of that group, and we're very grateful for the work, the advice that they give us. Singapore are both part of that group, and we're very grateful for the work, the advice that they give us.
I say that in that article, we will see if it really gains traction, you'll see the authorities come in and start to regulate it.
And I think really the reason why Ross and I are up here together in some ways is I think first and foremost is regulatory clarity has a huge impact on the ability to drive blockchain and digital asset adoption. There's no doubt in my mind that you're seeing real use cases where you're solving real problems for customers. And if we can have that regulatory certainty, and I'm talking about for Ripple, but I'm also talking about for other companies in this space also, the more quickly we can see adoption of those technologies. So the first dynamic I think is on regulatory clarity. The more quickly we can see adoption of those technologies. So the first dynamic
I want to bring up are your thoughts on the US dollar. You say, quote, well, the news says the dollar is going up. We know the real story. The purchasing value of that dollar has been in a steep decline. Rent, food, gas, cars, real estate have all gone through the roof. You say we've been deceived into thinking our fiat system is fine.
The way I think about this is we want XRP to be the most efficient, the most liquid digital asset to solve a payments problem. So absolutely it's on my radar. We certainly want to see XRP become even more liquid. And I think as we drive adoption that will happen. You know, this isn't one of the questions, but I want to proactively comment on something. One of the things I say inside the company is I'm not focused on the price of XRP over 3 days or 3 weeks or 3 months. I'm focused on the price of XRP over 3 years and 5 years. I have no qualms saying definitively, if we continue to drive the success we're driving, we're going to drive a massive amount of demand for XRP because we're solving a multi-trillion-dollar problem. To drive a massive amount of demand for XRP because we're solving.
If you could say anything to Swift right now, what would it be?
You know, I think what I would say is Ripple's vision and mission is to support the banking ecosystem, to support financial institutions. We want to work with the industry. Swift's vision and mission is to support banks and support the industry. We actually want to work with the industry, not against. You know, I would love to be able to find a way to partner more constructively with Swift. We have been proactive about that. I think it's in the industry's best interest to find paths to do that. But obviously, again, it takes two to tango. And in the meantime,
Alrighty, guys and gals, I hope that you guys enjoyed that video breakdown. A couple key takeaways I want you all to grasp from those few videos that I just shared with you all. Number one, regulatory framework, when it is put in place, institutional adoption will drive these markets. Now think about it. That was an individual speaking here now in 2022, but you see on stage Brad Garlinghouse with Ross Leckow. Again, I hope that I'm pronouncing his name right. And he specifically said, Brad Garlinghouse, okay? I am on stage with this individual here discussing regulatory framework and regulatory clarity. You also hear Ross mention that they are working directly with Ripple for regulatory clarity via Chris Larson. And he almost slipped up and said that instead of taking advice from them, that they are working with them. You guys saw that. I replayed that multiple times. Pay attention. The devil's in the details. You guys have to understand that this seems like a massive conspiracy theory, but the elites do not want retail investors invested into XRP. The devil's in the details. You guys have to ask yourself a question. Out of the 20,000 crypto assets that are out there, how on earth is the only crypto asset that was on stage, right? The CEO, the executives were on stage with these international communities talking and discussing regulatory frameworks. You guys heard the I.M.F say that they're working and partnering with executives from Ripple for regulatory framework, getting advice from them. But now the SEC is suing Ripple. Doesn't make any sense. You have to scratch your head on that one again. I'm not trying to pump any conspiracy theory into the market. It's common sense. It's common sense that the devil's in the details. You guys heard the individual at the beginning of the call say that we are living in the matrix. I have been mentioning to you for quite some time that that is the case. Blessings to you guys. Smash that thumbs up button if you guys enjoyed video breakdowns like this. You guys will see so much more. Deep dives down the rabbit hole. As always, be cognizant, be aware, and I'll see you guys in the next YouTube video breakdown.
Won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la.